Alright, good morning everybody. Welcome to Gavin Farm. My name is Nick. We're on 4Fields and Farming Simulator this morning. I am trying to put in another production point here real quick, but I don't think it's going to work without me having to do some more behind it. So, we're just going to go ahead and end that right now. I was going to put in, I thought I already had it in place, but I didn't. Anyway. Got our shipments in from Iowa Plains to the 4Fields here, and we're going to start by taking the strawberries over to the bakery. The bakery doesn't need them all, but whatever I don't sell here, I'll just put in the farmer's market, or sell them at the farmer's market. We have an overabundance in the warehouse, so time to distribute them and get them used up. Because we're still growing them here on this map and over in Iowa Plains. I think it was one of the maps that I closed out that they all came from, so that's why I have so many of them. Let the drivers do that. As I suspected, when I put the mods into the storage, it does transfer the mod itself can be used to transfer to a different map, but you can't transfer what's in it. So I had to repopulate everything once I got it on the map, but the vehicle transferred over. And now I'm left with a mess at the other one to clean up really quick. Oh, we're selling stuff. I didn't necessarily want to sell that stuff, but okay. I don't know what is that building right next to it? Anyway, strawberries are now full. What is that one right next to it that was buying everything? Oh, that's the grocery store for this one. Okay. So that works. But I wanted the olives to go to the oil press here. I'll have to remember that that's a sell point. And I don't know if it'll let me do the olives like this, or if I'll have to get the dump bed over and sell them that way. It's taken the olives, perfect. So now we just have mushrooms remaining and the rest of the strawberries, which I will take over to sell at the farmer's market. I'm not going to send them back to the warehouse in Iowa, on Iowa View. I guess I could take them to the factory that was right there. And then we're going to take that truck full of stones over to the stone factory to start building the fields up there. And then I'm going to work on an area to put the sauce factory in for next time, because we're going to have a lot of mushrooms coming in. I have 4 mushroom greenhouses on Iowa Plains View and one on this one. And I'm probably going to build some more up on this one too. And then when I send these guys back, he's not going to have a full load on the way back unless a lot of the productions come open, but he is going to have um, some tomatoes going back with him. Yeah, this is sunflower. Good. Everything so. All right, we have an empty semi. Perfect. We're actually going to take him back over to the yard just for a minute. And then as you can see, I have two dump trucks right now. So, because he's gonna, but come over here, because obviously, shipping it in from Iowa Plains, we got him coming. I didn't send that one over because it's just easier to do it this way. So he's going to the wine production. Then I gotta find a spot to clear out to build that sauce factory. Which means I'm gonna need more tomatoes. I'm gonna need greenhouses to do more tomatoes. So the next question would be, do I want to actually send those pallets over, or do I want to keep the tomatoes here for when I get that factory built? We'll see here. Alright, so we put this factory in, let's see. Perfect. And I did put a refinery on this map as well. I've decided that on all of my maps, they're going to have one oil production and one refinery. Just because I need fuel on every map. So, doing it that way, I am able to not have to worry about transporting oil back and forth between all the maps. They will each have their own spot to get fuel to. Where's the manage the production point so we can get it going here? There it is, right there. Perfect. And then we'll take him back over to the stop. Get him ready for that. So that didn't get a whole lot, but it got we're not gonna do lime. At least not right now. we're just going to stick with what we need here. We'll activate cement bricks. Right now it'll just be when we get the stone and stuff, it'll come in. Here. Because I have the production point on Iowa Plains, but it is a slow one. It does not. So far, I have not had any pallets come off of it yet. What's also nice is now I have two almost completely identical trucks, but as you can see, I don't have to worry about the floats. Because we've got the one for this map and the one for Iowa Plains. This one will go back to Iowa Plains. And got some cleanup to do because the product doesn't transfer, so now there's all the pallets that I just delivered here technically are still sitting in the garage that the truck was at when I put it in storage to send it here. It's a game quirk, but that's okay. So we're not going to load them up yet. We might decide to send something more than the tomatoes back. And if we do, I'll use the trailer to bring it over here rather than haul the semi around. Just trying to get that going. It can go. No. Flour there, but it's not really needed at the moment. So now what we're going to do is, we did all that mowing at that one area. So we're going to take this guy here. And we're going to go pick up all that grass. So, yeah, it's really awesome that I can move. Like if I buy a mod here and I want to move it, like the combines and stuff, when I said it was going to be a lot of harvesting in Alma, I can move the combines without having to buy the combines again for that other map. And then when it's all done, I could have a map dedicated to just storing equipment that's not being used at all, which would be kind of cool too. It does do a $100 charge every time you put something into storage. I will probably change that a little bit because, like for the pickup truck, it was 3 different charges. One for the truck, one for the truck bed, and then one for the trailer. So that was $300 to do it. I'll probably just put that back in. Yeah, just picking up all this grass here. I'm gonna have to mow this again too, because it's growing again. And one of the other things that I'm going to be working on is coming up with my growing schedule all across the board. so that I know what I need for each map to work with. It's like these guys are really big fields. Of course, there's four of them because it's four fields, but there's four fields, very large. So I won't need to keep the product here the whole time. What do I have going? I have canola, corn, peas, and what is that? Sorghum. So the wheat will be going to flour production and chicken feed mostly, along with other grain type material for the chickens. But I'm not going to need an entire field on every map for it. So if I wanted to do sugarcane on a map, I can do that and send it to a production point here or wherever I've got one. And just build everything up so that I have one big farm. One big farm, multiple maps. I have the sawmill, the little sawmill on this one that's probably, as soon as it gets emptied, going to get taken out because there's a bigger sawmill on this map that's probably faster and produces more. Which, speaking of which, that's what needs to go on the trucks to go back. There's a couple pallets of wood to go back over to help build the grain elevator. There's a cabin and a grain elevator I'm working on building on Isle of Plains. For some reason, when I was putting the juice factory in there, I was trying to be creative, so I put it in at a little bit of an angle instead of just dropping it. Like, even with the street or such, I was trying to be creative and put it at slightly an angle. Out of the way. And yes, I still have the mower on this guy. I might end up. I have the little lawnmower, the little rider mower. I might end up taking him and getting the bagger for it so that I can do smaller spaces. Because this guy's going to take the big spaces. I didn't cut that line enough. I think I got it all, so I just need to get this side over here. And especially, I have corn growing on this map here. I've got a lot of corn that's going to be coming out of Alma. So I did just get the mod for the corn production points. I'll probably be throwing some of those on here. Corn is also useful. I need a lot of corn in the popcorn factory. So it'll be a matter of taking what I have, distributing it out between the different farms for what I need for their production points. And at the end of the day, let me save real quick here. A whole. This particular map right now is worth $43,842,074. That's a lot. The goal is to have this number match across the board. The other maps are only worth about 20 million. But a lot of this on this one is property and of course cash. Because I at some point, where did it come from? I don't know how I managed to get that $28 million from the biogas plant, but I did. And I'm not complaining because it really boosted my number for the month, especially where I want this map is going to be the major clear out all the stuff on the sides and put on all my production points. I want to keep the fields because I also want to be able to grow things on them, because that's how you get stuff to the production points. You grow it. So we have that. The ones I'm wanting to figure out the most, though, are I'd like to have something, because I have these tiny little spots right here growing things. Sunflowers, I think that's green beans, and then carrots. I don't really want to have to buy a huge piece of equipment to harvest those, but I'm going to have to because that's what's in game. But in the meantime, what I might end up actually doing is this carrot field right here. Let's go over there. Well, it keeps me out in the middle of it, that's okay. Yeah, there's a carrot field right in the middle of all this. I might expand on that. Or once these are harvested, I might end up taking that out completely. We'll see how that goes once it's in. I still have to get all the testing done, and I don't have a winner. Let's get a winner. I don't know if it'll work right now because I think we're already past the weeding stage. I missed it, didn't I? Up here. Is that? I love trying to find things. It's even more fun when I'm streaming because you guys get to see me struggle with it. We're gonna buy one. I think we're already past the point of being able to use it on the fields for this season. So that one is in there, but yeah, I'm gonna try it, but I think we're already past the point of being able to send you over here. I love this tractor here with the forklift. I had a pallet of wood on this tractor, and I was doing this, driving over to barn to get it so it could go to the Iowa Plains map, and I hit that tire right there, the driver's front, on a post right outside the wall. It launched the pallet right over the sail point and managed to get it to the sail point. I thought it was pretty cool. I wasn't recording at the time, which stinks, but because that would have been fun to watch for y'all to see. And I probably would not be able to replicate it again if I tried. I'm gonna see if I can use the weeder here. If not, I will get a sprayer. I should have a sprayer here. If I don't, I'll just, I won't buy one. I'll move one from another map because I've got them not being used at the moment. The one on Iowa Plains has already done all the spraying, so I don't need it there at the moment, so I can come over here. And I have that piece of equipment right there, that green one, that's supposed to go on a baler, but I don't know if I still have the baler or if I got rid of it. I'll have to look. But we're gonna try. See what happens. Friday. I don't have any live streams from Farming Simulator this weekend. I don't farm sim. I still play Farm Simulator on the weekends, but I do it not for the stream. It's kind of my time to just farm without having to record. Like last night, I was playing the setup this morning's, which I'm getting better at. Actually coming up with a plan for what's being streamed. See if this is going to let me do it, or if it's going to tell me it's 2 weeks. I'll know very quickly if I hit this. It's too late for this one. So, we'll get this, I'll get the sprayer moved over from Iowa Plains and get it spraying everything down here. Just got to remember that it's got to be empty when I open it, or when I move it, because it does not transfer the product. Right. What's on this one? That's a plant trigger. The mowing decks, the little ones, I'm going to end up selling because I have the big mower. That stone picker is probably going to get sold because I'm going to get the big one in, and I'll start moving that between maps too because I don't need them at the same map at the same time. Let's get back to there it is. Okay. We're gonna mow this and get it cleaned up real quick here. We're not gonna mow all the way up because we want to keep some of it out for the bees. But we're gonna mow this way. I am planning to record some videos this weekend. I got some projects I'm going to be working on outside. I think it depends on the weather and my motivation. I have a whole list of things to get done on the weekends when I'm not working, and usually about 50% of that list gets done. So, and a lot of it is stuff that nobody really wants to watch. like going to the store, um, getting things cleaned up, because during the week I'm too tired to try to get anything done, so it gets a little out of control. We have to clean it up on the weekends, and I don't think anybody wants to watch me clean. I mean, let me know if you do. But the things that are coming up that we'll have videos recording on, and going to be, we have an old rundown shed in our backyard that we're up in the air if we're going to just rebuild it as a shed or convert it to like a greenhouse type shed. And what we would be doing then is the bottom half that's there right now, because one wall of that shed is gone, the roof is half gone, and it's just in rough shape. So it would be the bottom part of the wall would be staying as wood. The top part would get the greenhouse panels, so that we can start grow or extend our growing season basically, and not have to take up our living room with plants. Which the living room and one office, or one of our old bedrooms slash office is currently filled with plants, but they're not produce plants, they're just house plants. Which I will probably take you all along on the journey of trying to propagate those to have them available to sell as well. Lots of ideas coming up. It's the matter of if I can actually make it work, and when I decide to do it, if I remember to get my camera out to record me doing it. A lot of the past few years, things that I've done with, like, I was like, sweet, this would be great to record and put on the channel. I get like 90% of the project done before realizing I didn't record any of it. And it would look really bad to come in 90% of the project was complete and be like, this is what we're doing. So I just give up. So I'm trying to make it a point to really get better at, when I'm doing something, plan it out more. I work a lot on impulse too, where I get up and it's just like, today I'm doing the shed, and I'll do it. But which is what leads to not recording it, because it wasn't a planned thing, I just impulsively did it. But I'm working on getting better at that part. So right now, this is a multi-purpose channel. It's mostly for farm sim, because we're in the middle of, or we're in January, and so not much is going on outside. It's been warmer these last couple days, so, and I still haven't really been out because I get home from work and it's dark, so there's not much I can do. But I'm going to start planning things out, and I'll take you guys along for that trip when I do decide. I think that's what I'm going to do. As I'm getting ready to make the shed, you guys will see, measurements of doing the shed, budgeting how to get it all put together, and then the process of converting it over. Also going to see I was working on it this morning, I didn't record it, but it's getting the budget ready, because I have front porch stairs that are in desperate need of repair, at this point they're just beyond repair, need replaced. So I've got that all ready to go, and I'm gonna set up a video to record that of me replacing the stairs. The hardest part for that is where am I going to put a whole bunch of broken up concrete from the old stairs. I am not replacing it with concrete, they're getting replaced with wood, but I will have the concrete to get rid of. And if I can convert it to digital and just send it to here, that would be awesome. That would be really cool if I could take my concrete steps that I'm tearing out, grind them up, weigh them, and insert them into the game. To have them make new stuff. But who knows? Maybe I'll learn how to turn it myself, and those old concrete stairs could become part of a sidewalk, or something else that needs taken care of. There's a lot going on, a lot of projects in my head that need to get out. And yes, I have a couple of different emergency vehicles on here. That's the one I needed. So we're filling this up with grass again. It's going to be a little bit before the silage plant's ready to take it all. That's okay. But as you see, there's 3 different trees right here. So the apple orchard, I'm probably going to expand on that. Probably won't put any more raspberries in because I have a huge garden on Iowa Plains now. Or I might just keep it going so that every map is self-sufficient for the most part. The only thing I'd have to be moving around would be raw product based on what's growing what. All this grass. And so yeah, there's my plans for what's going on with the channel. Is you're going to see Monday through Friday live streaming on Farming Simulator. I'm going to try to get more videos created for the real life stuff, or what we'll just put it as. It's the real life stuff, what's going on in the outside. And also a couple projects where setting up a kitchen for use as a studio for cooking videos and baking videos. I'd like to do that as well. So you'll see the process of me doing that. Lots of projects in the works. It's just my ADHD actually getting to them. And there is the financial aspect as well. These things cost money. You gotta come up with the money to do it. So, but I'm pretty sure you can get started on it all. Some of it doesn't require a lot of changes, just setting it up better for better videos. Like our kitchen is horrible for our use, so we're actually going to be working on converting the dining room that we never use into the studio kitchen, where yes, we'll be cooking our own stuff in it, but that'll also be where the cameras live to fully record what we're doing so we can release the videos to you guys. Well, I think 10 after 8. It's about that time of day. I'll go ahead and end the stream for the day while I finish up cleaning the grass up from mowing. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Be back here Monday morning, 7:30 a.m. You'll have to watch Facebook for what map I'm going to be playing. Or you'll see me create the stream notice for this. I'll create the notice and it'll say what map I'm going to play on. Probably be back on Iowa Plains. Actually, tell you what, we'll make the decision right now. We're going to do Alma on Monday. And I'm going to work this weekend on getting it to Harvest Point for the corn. So that'll be what I work on this weekend, is getting Alma set up for getting it to the Harvest Point so that Monday morning you guys can watch the harvest begin on Alma. I'll get all the combines moved over there, get some more trucks moved over for it. And I keep saying it hasn't happened yet, but I'm going to get the spreadsheet built as to what's in storage on every map so that I can bring you guys along in the journey of, I had 16 pallets of strawberries up here. They needed to go over to this map, so I took them to that map. And then what each map could possibly need. So like if this map needed corn for a production point, I can figure out who's got the corn and get it moved over. But we're also tomorrow going to start building our new merch store. So once that's up, you'll see it on Facebook. You can find our Facebook at gavinfarmbur.com. And I am really bad when it comes to announcing that stuff. It's gavinfarmbur on Facebook. My current merch store is right there on Teespring, and then my YouTube channel, as always. But for now, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good weekend. You might see me on a live stream outside of Farm Sim. I don't know if I'm actually at a point where I can do anything live yet, or if I'll just be recording some videos of setting things up and posting those. But I'll keep you guys in the loop. It's not too bad right now outside. I don't know what tomorrow's going to bring, though. It's a little wet and muddy, but that's okay. Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll